Honestly, I have to admit with this game, I played NES Remix 2 first. It was pretty hard at times, but it's still a good game. It more focuses on the later NES games, so I probably should have thought, maybe I should play this first. But it's still good to have NES Remix 1 and 2. I started off with NES Remix because I never played it before. I should get back to playing this game. This returns NES Remix Classics 6. I just have to get one thing straight. If you may know, I did a little bit of comparisons with Splatoon and Garden Warfare in the last episode. This episode will not have any comparisons to any NES games that came out at its time. It includes a ton. No references to be found. But for now, that there is an NES Remix bundle, will we look at these old nostalgic games again and enjoy this pack? Or should you just play the original NES games on your Wii U, or your Wii or any console you own, and get them by the eShop or the... Let's find out. On this collection, the NES games actually play pretty well, and they give a diverse collection of them that have different types of gameplays, and they actually work pretty well. Most of them. Some of them may not. Like, it sometimes gets a little bit used to it, but you can get pretty used to controls pretty easily with most of the games. They give, like, these different controls, like, from all the other games, like, it's like playing the old game with their controls of their own kind of version if you did it on the gamepad or something. But I gotta say, it actually plays pretty well with the older and newer NES games. And I've also said it like the gameplay when I played it originally, NES Remix 2. It still gives that fun style, and also doesn't make it too challenging for younger ones. I understand this game is probably a little bit nostalgic, but it's mainly based on games that came out in the 80s. And how they do them? Great. It's a great way. They should do a Super NES remix. The gameplay plays pretty well, and sometimes may get used to, but regarding that, the gameplay is still nostalgic fun. NES Remix's graphics give actually some pretty good 8-bit nostalgia to the games themselves. Sure, it's not the graphics from today, but they do still look like they're HD in their own way, and I like that. They give that nostalgic style. You kids may not be used to it, but it's 80s graphics, so I won't criticize this game like I would do for a modern game like that. Like if they look like they're from PS1, Xbox, or any other system that came out, I will not criticize them, because they're supposed to look like the 80s. And they also give some really good designs with their games that they released in the 8-bit days. And they look very nostalgic with all their bits on there, and then they have like that. It looks as good as Wreck-It Ralph did when they had 8-bit arcade games. That's how it is. Which is a movie, by the way. Said I wasn't comparing it to any game, but that's a movie. They really returned with a twist, and the graphics really look good on the menus and the designs and all that. It's not the quality of today, and I'm not criticizing that. But the graphics still give you the nostalgic looks of the old days. Of course, the presentation in this game would more refer to, like, the challenges in this game instead of like, there are a lot of challenges to offer. And I mean that adds to the content that there's stamps, Miiverse posting, and even more that adds to this fun. There are some memorable challenges in this game. Both of the games have memorable challenges. Some are even really memorable, and there's also championship mode, Super Luigi mode, which is like Mario. If you go Mario, but backwards, this way. No, I mean this way, that would be Super Luigi Bros. There is a lot of history throughout Nintendo in this game. You can even go through reimagined gameplay. Some of them may get hard, but that's good for the gameplay. Yes, some also may take like elements from the game, but some really make it twist and give something. There are a lot that really are basic to the game, especially in the beginning. Lots of them are really basic, and they get harder as it goes on and on and on, till they sometimes get really hard and all that. But regarding that, the presentation with all the classic games is just amazing. NES Remix Pack is a great nostalgic game, with everything you deserve from the 80s, with some gameplay that will remind you from the 80s, and all those old nostalgic games, graphics that will completely make the game look good for so many generations of gamings to come, and challenges that are very memorable. And there's often some gameplay basics. If you want to play the NES Remix games, then I recommend you get this instead of getting them separately as NES Remix 1 and 2. You'll have a really great time with this, and it has all the modes. If you get them separately, then you won't have all the modes, because there's like this one mode in the game that's called Championship Mode, and you need to own both of the games, and this gives it. NES Remix Pack is an amazing game that gets a 9 out of 10, and it'll be forever remembered for any generations. That's my second review, number 4, and I'll see you with number 3 later. Bye!